Welcome to Casual Nerd Reactions. This week we're going to be watching the final 2 episodes of Midnight Mass. I'm nervous because if I'm being honest, I'm still not over last week's. I think there's every chance that the previous episode, the ending, those final moments might be one of the most truly horrific and horrifying things I've ever seen. Ever? Just the juxtaposition from Riley's experience and his final moments to what Aaron was experiencing on that boat with his body burning and her reeling and processing the reality of his story. It is horrific in every sense of the word. I think my favorite moment in the past episode is actually a repeated moment. The moment of Mildred telling her daughter, "I don't want you ever to step foot in here again." And I think that is just so telling. The person who knows Monsignor Pruitt the best is like, that is not him. And I am very excited to see how that develops, to see more of her reaction and her response to what's going on. Of course, what's Aaron going to do now? Big questions. I did see this episode is called Book 6, The Acts of the Apostles. And that got me very excited and nervous all in one, just because what are they going to do? What are they going to do, okay? As they are followers of this false gospel, this New Testament, apostles of the angel, really. They're not apostles of the Lord, I don't think. I just think this whole story is very interesting and engaging. I'm engaged. Are you engaged? And I don't have any idea what's going to happen next or where the story is going to go, let alone if and or how it's going to wrap up. But I gotta find out. So let's experience Book 6 for the very first time. Where are they even going to choose to open it? Still in the water? Oh no. I wonder how long she's sat there. Much longer than the credits, I'm sure. Yeah. So which way is she gonna row? Mainland? Or back to Crockett? I would suggest if you're going back to Crockett, maybe, it almost feels disrespectful, but maybe dump his shoes and the rest of the remnants of his clothes and ash into the water. Riley left a note for his parents. Of course he did. And his brother. Oh. Yep. Here she is in Crockett. Ash on her shoes. Midnight Mass. Easter Vigil. All welcome. Wonder what it says. Some version of what he told Aaron, or... This is incredibly well done. Oh, she came to Sarah.
I need your help. And now you think I'm crazy. It sounds crazy.
But let's go talk to your mom. I bet that's crazy too.
Have you ever heard of Ignaz Semmelweis? He started a mandatory chlorine hand wash. Lo and behold, death rates plummeted. And the scientific community ate him alive. Ideas in that direction were met with disdain, ridicule, exile. Semmelweis was committed to an asylum.
Really?
An asylum.
The point is, you're not crazy, Aaron.
These clinics got rid of that crazy, silly hand wash. Mortality rates went right back up again.
At least,
Aaron, your story is crazy.
Look at the results. Golly.
Let me tell you something crazy while we're at it. So my mom has made a recovery that is unprecedented, doesn't quite seem to cover it.
Your mom's younger than you now.
So I've been running tests, lots of tests. You're telling me today that Riley Flynn caught fire in the sunlight. You're right, Aaron, that's crazy, insane.
But it's repeatable. Thought that was in my own house for a moment.
What are you doing in there?
Speaking
Not a day
of...
goes by lately without you setting off the smoke alarm.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Monsignor, you have got to be careful.
He's gone. It's a gift. He spat it out.
The heartbreak you feel at his choice. How must God feel for the world?
Ridiculous comparison.
I'm sorry that Riley chose
Bev.
what he chose. Worst part,
is that some people aren't content to ruin it for themselves. They have to poison it for others. I'm sorry to have to say this, sorry to have to think this way, but the world is the world, and we have to be smart about this. As wise as serpents, as innocent as doves, he said. Who knows who he talked to all night?
Yeah. I think it's going to get messy very quickly.
The Acts of the Apostles. When those brave early followers were sent out into the world as sheep among wolves, but they shared everything that they had. There will be others, like Riley, there always are, who try to poison the ears of the faithful against their God.
Bro.
Let's have faith in our church. Let's share everything that we have.
Why is she so quick to accept the insane?
APP. People with it are extremely sensitive to light to the point of burning and blistering in the sun.
So this is a blood disorder.
Not this, no, but in the same family, maybe? Say something has been ingested by people on this island. A virus, an enzyme.
That would be
A new
accurate.
type of cell.
Yeah.
Kind of parasite, who knows? Something that repairs damaged cells, is violently photosensitive, and causes a desperate hunger for iron. Iron in blood. Mom, when I put your blood in the sun, and yours too, Aaron,
That's got to be horrifying
this
to realize.
thing burns away, leaving your normal blood behind. Your blood is still mostly normal blood, but with Riley, perhaps he had more of it in his bloodstream.
If you ingest it, what would happen if you were pregnant?
I think you know the answer.
Hypothetically, a pregnancy is an alien presence in a human body. A lot of processes occur to stop a mother's body from attacking a fetus in the womb, and even then, sometimes, given how aggressively this thing alters the body, its response to a fetus could be equally aggressive.
I was on the fence, but I think I love that Sarah's potentially giving like a medically, rationale for what's taken place.
Could you stop the process?
Right. Thank you for asking this question, Mildred.
I don't know. I think when we ingest poison, alcohol, whatever, before a certain point, if we stop taking it in, maybe our body can push it back out. That's what I want to think.
Yeah, you have to think that, right? Or refuse to think about the alternative.
Where do we go from here?
Riley, he said to run.
And maybe do it all. Oh, no. Don't go there. Don't go there. It's whatever we need to do before nightfall. Oh,
Sorry to interrupt.
boy.
Oh, it's nothing. We're just getting ready for tonight.
Would you mind if we maybe take a walk?
He
It's a
would.
bit private, what I have to say.
We were headed out already.
I would have loved to hear the conversation they were just having.
God bless you, Ed.
Bev, just leave.
My son, I don't think he's well.
Shoot.
I read mine first, and it was unsettling. Delusional stuff. And I don't know where he is. And I thought you'd be the one to ask. I think he may have done something to himself.
It's not totally wrong.
Whatever delusions he had, he put you in the middle of them.
So he tried to tell them the truth.
So sorry about that, Ed.
But of course, Ed does not believe them.
Yes, the answer is yes. Riley isn't well.
Like he said it in past tense, then corrected himself.
Never could do it with him. It's like we spoke different languages sometimes, and I did my best.
Well, we don't know. Ed, we don't assume the worst.
John, don't bring words of comfort.
Do you want me to take the letters just to see if it sparks something?
I was gonna give them to you anyway, because
Shoot.
one of them is made out to Monsignor Pruitt. I didn't open that one.
I wish you would have. I'd love to know what all the letters said, but I need to know what the one he wrote to Pruitt says. Remember, we are dust, and to dust we shall return. Very appropriate. Aaron, you're too late. Maybe not. I mean, it's still daytime, and gotta talk to his mom. She's not gonna believe.
I was hoping that maybe you and Ed and Warren, I'm going to the mainland this evening and catching the bell. I was hoping you would come with me.
Good approach.
No, we have Mass tonight. Easter Vigil. Are you all right? Whatever we can do for you.
You can go with her to the mainland tonight.
Riley's dead.
There you are, just out with it.
He told me, if I could, he wanted his family to be safe. He wanted you away.
Quiet.
I'm sorry.
Be quiet, dear.
What? What a weird response.
We have always tried to be there for you, and we have always been. What? Why would you say something like that?
Oh, because it's true.
I'm sorry. Why would you say something like that? What is wrong with you?
Mrs. Flynn.
Get out!
Everyone responds to grief differently. Refusing to accept it and anger at the person who just gave you that message is, I guess, a real response, but it makes me so upset.
You're telling me there's a contagion being spread intentionally on the basis that some of your mother's blood tests got damaged?
It's a lot to ask, I know.
Do you? Did I ever tell you why I moved here? I was 21 when the towers went down. Watched on TV in my dorm room, just weeping. Wasn't religious at all, really. But I went to the mosque that day because they had a blood drive. I wanted to protect this country. I moved to New York and enrolled in NYPD training. I'm helping the FBI fight terrorists.
Honestly, amazing.
We'll drop the charge, help you out. You go to the mosque and listen. I thought we were supposed to be fighting terrorists, not flipping some pothead student in Queens to spy on Americans. I complained. One time.
I'm guessing.
Everything changed.
Yeah.
I was surveilled. I mean, they even had an official file on me. Muslim officers were promoted fast, right? Especially if we knew the language, like linguistic knowledge, cultural knowledge. But it started to occur to them, what if that had been our plan all along? What if we were infiltrators? Internal affairs was suddenly all over us. We're being followed. We're being recorded. I realize I've lost their trust. Dignity is a word my wife uses. Show them dignity. And then she's diagnosed. And she's robbed of her dignity. Ali and I get as far away as we can, and I find this little island. A bunch of fishermen without a notable incident of intentional violence in almost a century, and I beg for the post. Ali is bored to tears, but he's safe. You know, maybe here's where we make a difference. Not in the big city.
If you listen to Sarah, you will make a difference.
So I don't intimidate or overstep or intrude. I don't even carry a gun.
You might want to start.
And still, Beverly Keane, and a few others too, look at me like I'm Osama bin Laden, and you'd like me to investigate St. Patrick's.
Absolutely, yeah. But I get it. I get what he's saying.
For what it's worth, I want very much to be wrong.
I wish you were, but you're not.
You're basing this on a third-hand account from Riley Flynn, hardly the most reliable person on the island.
He's done nothing.
You don't carry a gun?
Since he's been back.
No need.
To demonstrate he's unreliable. But at least she's getting her mom out of here. The ferry's not here. Where's the ferry?
I can count on one hand the number of times that boat's been late.
Mayor sent it for repairs.
Crap.
Are y'all planning to go off island this afternoon? I mean, you'd get stuck over there. You'd miss the vigil.
You know darn well Sarah doesn't care about missing the vigil.
I could always ask a fisherman to run me, right? Lots of boats on this island, if nothing else. You service them all, don't you?
I reckon so.
Like the one you're on right now.
Giving her a tune-up.
Are you? Ugh. Deception runs deep, comes on fast. I understand why Wade and his wife, Lisa's parents, why they might be more prone and quick to go along with something like this after what happened, but bad, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. I'm starting to feel so much suspense. Like, I can't see it, but my feet are just...
We lost power at the general store.
I bet he
Just wanna
knows.
see if you're aware of
The whole island knows.
Yup.
Right? I'll swing by the power station and take a look.
you need any company.
No.
He's got company. Shame.
That's the last of them.
How about the boats?
Got about half of them. The rest all hit before the vigil.
Ridiculous. How would they go along with this? This is bad. And only 3 people know the truth.
And if the cell tower goes down, then we are completely cut off.
Oh, it's gonna go down.
Completely.
What about the smaller boats? Rowboats, canoes?
We're surrounded by water 30 miles in every direction.
Definitely not a good option.
Whole town is gonna be at mass tonight.
Well, not me, and not Sarah.
I'm gonna go tonight.
Why?
Riley sacrificed everything. Everything.
Someone has to stand up and say,
Because
don't
he thought I could help.
drink.
And now the ferries are gone and the power's out. And there are gonna be people there tonight that I love. That Riley loved. So yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Okay. Yeah.
Allah Akbar. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. It'd mean a lot to me if you joined me. Ready for bed then?
It's tonight's Easter Vigil. It's at midnight, and it would mean a lot to me if you came with me.
We've been through this, Ali. I don't want to...
I know, but they just keep telling me what a big deal this mass is and how important it is. Supposedly some big surprise.
Oh, I bet there's a big surprise.
Said something about sharing a miracle tonight. Just want you to be there. To see it together.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, Miss Keene.
Think the angel will be there tonight? Like, what are they gonna do? I mean, it's all leading to this.
All on earth thy scepter claim.
At least now we know the Acts of the Apostles is essentially making everyone trapped on this island with no communication. Excellent. Safe. What we've always wanted. They're coming to get you, Barbara. Of course, no one here's named Barbara. And they're vampires, not zombies. I kind of like the idea of like the town one by one coming out as they walk to mass together. It's kind of nice. Despite the fact that this is horrifying and... Ugh. Are they all gonna go?
Join us.
They are. They sure are. They're all going. And there goes the cell tower, huh? I mean, that's a cool image. I worry they may all find eternal rest tonight. Definitely the gold one today. And most of the people in this room have no real reason to be suspicious. The ones who have reason to be suspicious are the ones leading the charge of nefariousness. I like that word. I use it a lot.
Some of you may have noticed that I'm wearing a gold chasuble tonight. I was actually wearing this on that first Sunday, the first day
He called it
of
out.
the new covenant. Bev called me out on it, in fact, and asked why I was wearing it on a day in ordinary time.
For him, it wasn't ordinary.
I've lied to you all. I didn't come here to replace Monsignor Pruitt. He stands before you right now, asking for your forgiveness. An angel of the Lord appeared unto me and bestowed upon me the healing graces of God. And I was restored as you have all been restored. Now tonight we will be tested, just a little, but we will be tested, as was Jesus. I was afraid when the new covenant was fulfilled for me. Be imitators of Christ. Like our Lord, I endured death. If you follow me, if you follow us, if you follow him, he will raise you again in his glory to eternal life. You know, after everything we've been through together, this is not easy to believe. So I invite you, as Jesus invited Thomas, to witness for yourself.
Okay, yeah, what's that going to look like? How are they going to witness?
Saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God, and I heard a great voice out of heaven.
The rat poison? Why the poison? Is that their way of killing them so they could rise again? Oh no.
Death will be no more. Mourning and crying and pain will be no more. This will be frightening for all of us. But Sturge, my brother in Christ...
Does he know that he's...
Are you afraid?
Drinking poison?
No, Father.
Sheriff, I hope you act quickly against the mob rule of what's about to take place, I think. Oh no.
I'm with you.
We're just skipping the whole bread portion.
It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. It will be over soon. Have faith. Have faith, my brother.
No, I'm afraid I would have to run and punch the priest in the face. This is not okay.
The body is dead, but just for a moment.
Sheriff, yeah.
Sheriff,
he's just like out of here. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Lo,
Lo and behold,
The robes.
an angel of the Lord appeared to them, and they were afraid.
Yeah, rightly so. Especially this
In the Bible,
angel.
when an angel appears to we humans, we are afraid. And when Zachariah saw him, he was terrified and overcome with fear.
Same. You know, one of the reasons also that I never thought of vampires, I don't associate wings with them, but maybe I should.
Be not afraid. And Jesus looked up, let his eyes rise up to the sky, and he said, Father, I thank you, for you have heard me.
And never feel the warmth of the sun ever again.
And he cried out in a loud voice, Lazarus, come out! And the dead man came out.
Please stop this. Somebody stop this.
Unbind him and let him go, brothers and sisters.
How? If you try to stop it, the winged one will stop you.
The final transformation will not be yours unless you let your earthly body die.
And if you don't, then you'll be feasted
can
upon.
awaken.
Divine body will be awakened. I implore you, do not drink this Kool-Aid.
Small moment of discomfort, a small passion of our own.
Ed, come on, buddy. Resist. Annie, come on now. Go to Aaron. Aaron, when you said Riley died, what did you mean? Good job.
Dad, stop!
Sheriff, I implore you not to deprive yourself, not to deprive your son of the opportunity for salvation.
Yeah!
Hey, back! Ollie, come here right now.
No need to be waving a gun.
How dare you bring a firearm into the house of God? This young man is choosing God in the face of...
He's not choosing God, he's rebelling and listening to deceptive nonsense.
Welcome, my son.
Do not.
No.
Do
Ollie,
not.
Hey, look at me.
I choose God.
Oh no.
We
What?
have to do something. We have to do something.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
No!
I can help.
I love that Lisa's saying no. No! Don't you make her do it!
And brought them to himself.
Oh, Millie, yeah, boy! Shoot him again! Now we see what happens. No. I mean, I should have known that was what was gonna happen.
Close the door!
Oh, somebody shut her up.
He will heal. That is part of God's miracle. His miracle, which some of you would destroy.
You rest and you heal.
How is there another episode after this one?
Remove this, Sheriff. Take him out back. We'll need food soon. Sturge!
Keep the doors locked.
Bev.
He planned on that. He said, keep the
Bev
doors
didn't
closed.
drink yet, did she?
And when they woke, help them. The first of the apostles awakes, and they will be thirsty for communion. The blessings of the Lord will be bestowed on all of us.
I just want them all to get Bev. Is that so wrong? Oh, yeah, pull her away, pull her away. Mother against daughter. Father against son. Oh, it's bad, it's real bad, it's real bad. Pure instinct. And insanity. Does anyone survive this? I didn't realize the name of the show was really Midnight Massacre. We could just get out of this room, survive till sunup. Eddie, Edward. Bev Keane.
That'll all be over soon, and they'll all wake up, eternal.
You hid?
Well, she, as far as I know, didn't drink yet.
Guns? Those things don't matter anymore. I mean, you could shoot me right now. It would just mean I'm 5 minutes behind.
Good job. Well, someone
We
had
have
to do
5
it.
minutes.
She said we have 5 minutes. One of the best lines in the whole thing. Sorry, I talked over it. And she's seeing things in a way she's never seen before. It's beautiful, heartwarming, confirming her faith or some nonsense like that. I don't know.
I don't know what happened. I don't...
They're all realizing.
Open the doors.
Monsignor said that we should close the doors before they wake up. So we can guide them, orient them so that this wouldn't happen.
I love him. It happened nonetheless, as it was meant to. You know what they say, man plans, God laughs. Those who've been coming to church and taking communion, they have nothing to fear tonight. As for the rest of them, let God sort them out. Faith, Monsignor. Faith and courage, like you said.
Okay, he's still leaking.
Open the doors. How else does the gospel spread?
I don't have words. It truly was a midnight massacre. Oh my gosh. I need to process this one. Horrifying. Like, oh no, seriously, wait. Just imagine. Imagine if that's how the show ended. Imagine if there wasn't one final episode. This is just one dark tragedy. And you can either choose to imagine that they all are perishing the moment the sun comes up, or that they make it to the mainland and start a new epidemic of sorts. Okay, I loved how this episode started, just sitting with Erin in that boat as she's processing what happened. I'm amazed that she went first to Sarah, and that Sarah, Mildred, and Erin kind of became an unlikely trio that I didn't see coming. I love that Sarah brought kind of a more medical examination of or interpretation of the events. I don't know that it's any less accurate than anything else. I think you could almost pick, at this point in the series anyway, I think you could almost pick your own idea of what's going on. From the spiritual, the supernatural, to the natural. Do you think this is spiritual? Do you think this is actually a move of God, ushering in a new testament, a new covenant, but with the believers of everlasting life? This is what the Bible means when it says our heavenly bodies. I think most people are not selecting that path. You could pick the spiritual and the other side of things, that this is a demonic representation, a distortion, one final attack of ushering in the end times. Yikes. Certainly, I think if you wanted to take religion out of it entirely and just go with like what is normal supernatural stuff, like this is just a vampire story on the surface and nothing more to it than that, I think you certainly could do that. I don't know. I feel like that would be robbing the story of some of its power and intrigue, but that's a fascinating and maybe a fair assessment. And then there's the pure, the natural, you know? I don't know how you would explain the angel of the Lord with that, but certainly you could say Father Paul or Monsignor Pruitt discovered something crazy, and certainly a little mystical at the very least. But I find all of these things interesting, and I think there's like a little bit probably of all of those are true to some extent. Maybe, I don't know, but this was so impressive to me. I find it absolutely insane that the apostles, that these people were willing to carry out the plan when it's probably the plan of the angel, but certainly Monsignor Pruitt was the voice of that plan, and Bev ridiculously was so over the moon. She's more on board than Father Paul. It doesn't even make sense how on board she is. She was the most susceptible, the most I don't know, committed, hypocritical. I mean, we saw her with the rat poison early in the show when she was not acting holy then, but certainly she still probably thought she was on a holy mission from God, delivering the community of a vile beast that was, in her mind, attacking and threatening people. Certainly, I'm sure I cut that out of my edit, the first episode or whatever, when the dog was barking at her, but oh man, she is the worst. The worst. And the fact that she went through all of this, she watched everyone, served everyone, their final communion, but she hadn't partook herself. She was still among the land of the living. She just went and hid while insanity ensued. She is probably the worst character on this whole show. I mean, of all of the characters, she's the one who went along with and instigated this with, I think, the least amount of prodding or manipulation. I would love to get a peek inside of her mind if she's genuinely believes this is the will of the Lord, or if she's just a little bit of a serial killer sicko who's like, oh, this seems fun. Let's have some chaos. Everything leading up to Midnight Mass, it just was just amazing crescendo of suspense and dread and horror, because you see no way out of these people. The Acts of the Apostles assured that there was no way out for these people. Now, we don't know what happens to the select few who have been spared for now. Are they going to make a run for the mainland? Are they going to try to save everyone? How? What? Maybe there is no saving anyone. Maybe it's just wait for the sun to come up and take care of business. I'm rooting for them, though. Like, what a great little coalition of survivors. That scene with Aaron, we have 5 minutes. What a great moment. Okay, there's one episode left. Thank you for watching this with me. Tune in tomorrow as we watch the final episode of Midnight Mass. I'll see you then. Bye.